So something very special has arrived today, but I'm off to my mum's, so I'll have to open it later. Can you guess what it is? This is literally what the weather was like all day on Monday, dark and gloomy. So I set off this week feeling very optimistic and happy because I had some nice plans. I was going to go out for a cup of tea this week. I was going to go out for a little browse at the end of the week, and I was feeling quite optimistic. And then I got a call from my manager. I thought she was calling to do just a welfare check-in with me to see how I was, but she told me that I have lost my job. Unfortunately, the centre that I work for is having to close down, which means that everybody in the whole centre has lost their jobs. I'm not going to go into all the details as to why, because that's their business and I don't want to kind of be saying things when I don't know all the details. But all I do know is it's got nothing to do with me being on maternity and me having a baby. But obviously, as you can imagine, when I took that call and I answered it, I just didn't know what to say. I was completely speechless. I think that when you've had a child, it feels daunting thinking about going back to work after you've had time off on maternity and leaving your child, which in itself is a huge milestone. But the fact that you can't go back to something familiar is very, very upsetting. I feel like, I have friends there and colleagues who are just so lovely, and they were really supportive to me during my pregnancy. And I think that the fact that I can't go back to that normality, knowing, the job that I do, and I really loved the job, it's just very, very daunting to me as a mother. And I feel a bit insecure. Also, I really, really, really liked my job. I worked in a lot of jobs that I didn't love as much, if that makes sense. Like, this was the kind of job that I had aspired to do. And I worked really kind of hard over the last few years to kind of search around and look for something where I liked it and I felt like it was the right thing for me. And then all of a sudden it's just taken away from me, and it's just really, really sad. And I don't know how to feel at the moment. I'm a bit confused, I'm a bit upset because I have no control over it. I have absolutely no control, and I'm sure that it's happened to other people, and I'm sure that, it's not just me that's had this experience, but I feel very vulnerable being on maternity, and now I feel like some of the time that I did have to spend with my son, I will now have to spend time looking for a new job and doing interviews and applying, and getting a job in this day and age is difficult. So I am feeling uneasy at the moment, and it was not what I was expecting. It's been a bit of a shock to everybody, but that's just a bit of an update for you guys on what I found out this week. Hello. Are you waiting for mummy? The chair has been blown in the wind. It's absolutely miserable outside today. Storm Chanda has hit us. It's not like as bad as some places. Some places have been forecast snow, and we haven't got that. We've just got some wind and some heavy rain, but it's definitely not a nice day today. Are you after a treat? Are you after a treat? Oh, Okay then, let's get you a treat. Let me introduce you to our family dogs. So this little handsome chap is called Raphael, but we call him Raffy. I think he is 8 years old. We don't know his exact birthday. I think he's 8 years old in March. We rescued this little man from a puppy farm. He was in quite bad condition when we got him, but he's doing well now, aren't you? And he's a little cutie. He's very tiny though. He's a very delicate little guy. So this is Raph. This noisy little man who was making noise in the other video is Riley. So Riley is 7 years old and he is a phantom. He is a phantom poodle. And this handsome chap is Loki. Say hi, Loki. Oh dear. So before we were rudely interrupted, Loki is a Lapso Apso, or also known as a Laza. He is 8 years old and he is absolutely beautiful, aren't you? He's very, very lovely. He's a very, very calm dog. We say he was born old because he likes to just sleep a lot of the time. He's a couch potato kind of guy, which is fine. I just thought I would introduce them because you will see them on videos every so often, and I thought I'd introduce them. They are all very lovely, very, very cute little guys. Absolutely love dogs. I also like cats as well. I am a cat and dog lover. My partner likes dogs. We don't have any dogs living with us, although every time he sees Loki, my partner Ryan, he wants to take him home. So yeah, maybe we will end up with a dog someday. Who knows? We'll stick with the baby for now though. I can't talk about it too much because it will make me cry, but I had a dog called Bo. If I haven't, it's because I don't have the skills to do it yet. I'll insert a picture. Bo was my Shih Tzu, and I bought him when I lived at home, and I absolutely loved him. He was one of the most beautiful dogs, and he was my best little dog friend. And unfortunately, I lost him at 5 years old. He had a back problem, which when it got really bad, he couldn't move and he was in a lot of pain, and it wasn't the right thing to keep it going. I'm gonna stop talking there about it because it's very upsetting, but I did have a little dog of my own and he was always supposed to move out with me, and so was Loki technically, but by the time I did end up meeting my partner and moving out, Loki was nearly 7 and very set in his ways, and I didn't want him to leave the poodles because they're his little friends. So yeah, so it could have been a bit of a different environment at my house, but I wanted to do what was best for the dog and not me. I don't know if you can hear him, but Finley's just starting to wake up. He's making some little noises. So I'm sat here with his bottle, waiting for him to wake up. So my next task is to feed him. He's really into Teletubbies at the moment. I bought him some Teletubbies, and I didn't think he'd be that interested in them, but actually he loves them. He absolutely loves them. His favourite at the minute is Poe. I think the red is quite a vibrant colour to him, so he's like, ooh, what's that? But yeah, I have to travel around with that Teletubby at the moment because he loves that Teletubby. So I've never been before, but it's been recommended to me by some friends, so I'm gonna go and head over there and see what it's like. Apparently as well, sometimes they have in some handmade goods in a little shop in there, so we'll go see what it's like and, you know, make the most of the day. So this is Finley's outfit. So Finley currently has on this jumper, which is really cute, and it fits him really nicely. And then he's got on some beige bottoms and some lovely stripy socks. The problem that I have with clothing is that the bottoms to the outfit that match the jumper are way too big for him. They don't fit him at the moment, and then the bottoms that he's currently got on are 0 to 3. Now, most 0 to 3s don't fit him anymore, but these trousers do. So the fittings for some places are just so different to others that it's really hard to predict when something will fit him. But what I do is if something fits him that didn't fit him originally, I'll keep it and try and match it with something else that I have. So we do try to make the most out of what he's got, but it's so hard when none of the sizings match up. I have this problem with clothes in general myself from different shops, but it's really hard with a baby, because you just expect that you'll move into all these other clothes and some of them fit and some of them don't. I thought I'd just show you the outfit I'm wearing. It's very sheep themed, so I'm wearing this jumper. There we go. So it's got like a little meadow picture on it, but then there's also some sheep on it here in the field, which is really cute. I got this for my birthday. And then my socks. I've also got sheep on them. Unfortunately though, these will be covered up by my boots. I also have a sheep hat, but I've left it at home. I actually had a sheep hat one year when I went to the Lake District because I bought it in one of the shops, but I lost it when I moved out. I couldn't find it anywhere and it was really sad. But I've got a new one now and it would have gone with the outfit, but maybe too much sheep, maybe, I don't know. But we're very sheep themed today. This was the Cafe Rivers meet, and as you can see in the background is a beautiful scenery. I started recording, but as you can see I was pretty shaky with the camera because I was trying to navigate a pram and vlog. They also had a Christmas tree and they had some lovely decor inside as well. I had a lovely hot chocolate in there and a delicious brownie, which was homemade, which you could tell, and it was gooey and lovely. So we've currently just made a stop in the car. So we've just been to the cafe. It was really nice. I liked it. They did nice cake and a nice hot chocolate, so that was nice. Finley had a sleep. He's now in the back out here, playing with his giraffe. He's got like a little stick-on giraffe on his car seat, and he talks to it, which is quite cute. But now I'm going to head off to the Asda to grab a few bits. But I'm going to feed Finley his bottle in the car when I get to the car park so that he's not hungry. Because I do think he's going to start getting hungry soon because he had a good sleep in the cafe. But that cafe has a crafting room. I couldn't vlog it because there was a lot of people in and it's quite a small space, and I didn't want to get loads of people in shot in case they didn't want, who wants to be recorded when they're scoffing their cakes. So I did take some little bits of footage, but it's really hard to record and wheel the pram. So I was kind of a bit shaky when I was going near the door because it was like, I was like this and I was like, but I did take some bits, and they do lots of crafting sessions in there. I never knew that, and I wish I'd have known that prior to pregnancy because I like crafting and I definitely would have given that a go. So it was a nice little stop off point. There was a lot of cyclists in there, so I think maybe it is quite a popular place to go when you've had a cycle and you want in a nice hot drink. I'm going out but it's raining, but luckily I left one of my winter coats here, so that's pretty good. I love this coat so much. I've had it for many years. It is starting to show its age a little bit on some bits, like the zip and stuff. It's like a bit, but it's still a good coat and it keeps me dry, so I still wear it. So I just keep this one at my mum's house for when I need it. But I'm gonna head out for a little bit and hopefully it's not going to be as bad a rain as I think it is. Does anybody else hate wearing a coat when they have to drive? I much prefer having my arms free. I feel very restricted. This was a little clip from Junction 32 where we went and had a look at some clothing. The camera light is a little bit awful in this light, but anyway, I'm going to keep going. So this is one of Finley's new outfits. Just wanted to show you it. It's got a little giraffe on it. It's very cute. So that is one of his outfits that he'll start wearing. Yeah, went out, had a coffee. I had a coffee at Greg's actually, and Greg's is actually quite a nice place to have a coffee. Their coffee's quite nice. I actually think, and I will get judged for this, that Greg's coffee, or the one that I had today, was better than the last couple of Starbucks or Costa ones that I've had. So I was quite impressed. I was like, this is tasty. So I quite enjoyed that. Anyway, we went for a little walk around, me and Finley, at like a little outdoor outlet near where I live. But I bumped into one of my family members when I was out, which is weird because she came to see the baby a few weeks ago and I'd not seen her for ages. And then I bumped into her, which is weird. It's weird how things like that happen. So I had a chat with her for a little bit, which was nice. And we're going to plan to meet up for coffee at some point in the next couple of weeks. She's got a very cute dog called Ziggy, a Labrador. So cute. So yeah, that's it really. It was just nice to get out, have a bit of fresh air. Did have to wear the raincoat though. Did rain a little bit. Took a little clip of a denim dress that I thought was cute. But the only problem with denim is it's a very cold material in a dress. And it's probably not suitable for this time of year. But yeah, it was just nice to get out and about really. So just about to have dinner now. I will admit vlogging in public is very daunting. This is something that I'm definitely going to have to learn to get better at. I would just get very worried about using the camera and stuff. I don't know why, because if I take a picture of myself or Finley, then I'm absolutely fine. But I just am a bit, and when I'm recording, I'm like, ooh, 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 like kind of not really, you know, as confident. But I guess that'll come in time, I guess. So I am trying to take snippets, but I'm gonna have to just do it more and more as my confidence grows with doing it. I don't think many people care, but I just obviously it's not something that I've done before, so I don't find it natural to do. So I am getting better at it though. At my mum's house, Finley is getting his own little toy shelf created in my old room, which is quite cute. That dog teddy bear is really cute. We had a bad night last night, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't get a lot of sleep, so slept in a bit this morning when Finley decided to go to sleep. It's very hit and miss at the moment with when we're going to have a good night and a bad night, so I can't predict it. I don't really know what makes him decide to sleep through, but I do sometimes wonder if he does get a little bit of like, maybe he's got some trapped wind or something like that, because sometimes he sleeps through and completely undisturbed, and sometimes he wakes up quite a lot in the night. So I think though maybe it could just be that age, maybe it's normal for that time that he's starting to get into a pattern, but sometimes he doesn't always complete the pattern. So I'm currently back on my way to the car. I've had to bring Finley to the walk-in centre because he's had a little bit of what I thought was nappy rash on the lower part of his tummy, but it's gotten worse over the last couple of hours and it's gotten some blotches. Anyway, I couldn't get in with the GP. I tried the pharmacy to see if someone there could have a look, they said that any kids under 2, they're not allowed to give advice, which surprised me. So I've ended up at the walk-in centre. So I've just come back to the car. I do have someone with me, so that's good, because I've had to come back to the car to get another bottle for his formula because he'll get hungry soon, and I need to be prepared for when he wakes up, because they've told me that it's probably going to be at least 2 hours to see somebody. So that's what we're currently doing at the moment. So I've got 2 bottles of formula in. Hopefully they'll give me the hot water when I get back in there. And I've also just picked up a teddy because he had a bottle as soon as I got into the waiting room, but he was a bit bored and I didn't have anything. So I've just picked up a teddy so that if he wakes up, I've got something that he can play with.
Oh, the family tree, I know all about it. How much would you like? I understand that for a good sized child.
So it is now the day after we went to the hospital. So Finley has a viral infection. So he has had a virus, and I think from what they said, his immune system has slightly overreacted to it, which has caused the blotching and the spots on his body. So the good news is it's not anything really bad, which was really worrying me because of the rash spreading. But the problem is that they can't give anything for viral infections, so he's got to kind of just wait it out and let it resolve on its own. So they've just advised me to put cream and stuff on the little blotches and things that he has, but luckily he is all okay, which is good. Honestly, it was so stressful. I've never felt that way before. I probably now understand like how my mum feels or something when I'm in hospital, because you just feel really powerless, because you go up, you sit there, and then you're sat waiting for ages and ages. It nearly took 3 hours to see a doctor, and you just worry about what it could be, and all these things just fly around your head. But luckily, he is okay. So I just wanted to come on and share that update. As you can see, I'm very in my casuals today. I think yesterday I was just so stressed with worry that when I got home, I was like, I want to go to sleep. Finley didn't actually sleep that badly last night, so that was good. But I'm going to end the vlog here. I feel like I start to do a vlog and then something unexpected happens. But like I say, at least I've actually like done quite a bit this week. I started vlogging on Monday and it is now Saturday. So I've done nearly a week. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I've managed to keep doing bits and bobs. I just wanted to say thank you, obviously, to everybody that has subscribed to my channel and some of the nice comments that I've received. Thank you for them. They do mean a lot, and thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. I do really appreciate it. And obviously I know that we didn't actually look to see what was in the big parcel at the beginning of the video, but stay tuned for the next video when I show you what's inside it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.